Good night, son.
Dad?
Yeah?
What is the mind? Is it just a system of impulses, or is it something tangible?
Relax. What is mind? No matter. What is matter? Never mind.
Thanks, Dad.
Good night, son.
Tremble before
Logan Sparks Productions. And I present to you, dear listener, the train of thought. Not mine, of course, but yours, not yours though. Because you are a mere primate. Just like that fish in your pants. I got a hole in my pants today, but today I also saw a cloud. Now I look at sheets. They're kinda like snow, specifically the snow from The Empire Strikes Back. You know, human centipede style. Like phasmophobia. Except I'm not scared of ghosts, I'm just scared of nails. And wooden boards. Bald people should have hats on their knees. Anyways, The Rock.
What is logic? Logic is the human struggle between two trees of uncertainty. It's comforting, yes. So let us not underestimate the mind's ability to misunderstand itself profoundly. Because in the end, it is not about what we know, but about how confidently we can misinterpret the unknowable.
What is mine?
Get a load of this. Sonic Shakes are now half price after 5 p.m. So now
mine?
you can... for half the price. Get half
mine?
price shakes every day after 5 for a limited time. Live free, eat some.
Sure.
What is mine?
You don't ask why the hand moves. You just feel it. It's always been there. One thumb, two moves, let's go. Glove on the hand, smoke in the air. I flick one thumb, whole room just stare.
What is mine?
No word said, but the signal clear. One little twist and I disappear. Midnight grip, hold fate in a curl. Turn locks, break codes, slip through the world. No science, no books, just instinct raw. I move things quietly, they don't know what they saw. One thumb up, world tilts slow. Nobody knows how far I go. Dark in the room, but I find that switch. Touch so light, still scratch that itch. Thumbs move fate like a whisper does. Not for power, just because. No meaning, no cause, no sum. Just a shadow and a thumb. Keys turn, candles burn. Every little gesture makes the planets churn. I ain't here to teach, I'm here to haunt. Every move I make's got a ghostly taunt. Watch close, I ain't showing no tricks. Just flicking my thumb while the seconds tick. You clap with hands, I command with one. In a pitch black world, I shine like none. One thumb up, world tilts slow. Nobody knows how far I go. Dark in the room, but I find that switch. Touch so light, still scratch that itch. Thumbs move fate like a whisper does. Not for power, just because. No meaning, no cause, no sum. Just a shadow.
What is mine?
Head on, direct performance. 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 head on, directly before him, 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 head on, directly before him.
A mushroom or toadstool is the fleshy, spore-bearing fruiting body of a fungus, typically produced above ground on soil or another food source. Toadstool generally refers to a poisonous mushroom. The standard for the name mushroom is the cultivated white button mushroom, Agaricus bisporus. Hence, the word mushroom is most often applied to those fungi, Basidiomycota, Agaricomyces, that have a stem, stipe, a cap, pilies, and gills, lamella, sing. Lamella, on the underside of the cap. Mushroom also describes a variety of other gilled fungi, with or without stems, therefore the term is used to describe the fleshy fruiting bodies of some Ascomycota. The gills produce microscopic spores which help the fungus spread across the ground or its occupant surface. Forms deviating from the standard morphology usually have more specific names, such as bolete, truffle, puffball, stinkhorn, and morel, and gilled mushrooms themselves are often called agarics in reference to their similarity to agaricus or their order Agaricans. In my car, driving through Black Mountain, North Carolina, I listen to what sounds like Doris Day shooting. Heroin inside Sly Stone's throat. One would think that she fights to get out, but she wants to stay free in this skin. Fresh. The Family Stones album came out in '73, but I didn't make sense of it till '76, 6th grade for me. The bicentennial, I got my first kiss that year. I beat up the class bully, I was the man. But for now, in my head, it's only '73. And I'm a little boy again, listening to Sly and his family covering Doris's hit. Driving down I-40. A cop pulls me over to ask why I'm here, in his town, with my Yankee tags. I let him ask a series of questions about what kind of work I do. What brings me to town, you know. The kind of questions that tell you this has nothing to do with driving a car. My hands want to ball into fists. But, instead, I tell myself to write a letter to the chief of police, to give him something to laugh at over his morning paper. As I try to recall the life in Doris Day's version of K. Sarah Sarah, without the wail, troubling the notes in the duet of Sly and Cynthia's voices, Hemingway meant to define courage by the nonchalance you exude, while taking cover within your flesh, even at the risk of losing what some would call a melody. I call it the sound of home. Like when a song gets so far out on a solo you almost don't recognize it. But then you get back to the hook, you suddenly recognize the tune, and before you know it, you're putting your hands together, you're on your feet. Because you recognize a sound, like a light, leading you back home to a color. Rust. You must remember. Rust. Not too red, not too orange, not fire or overnight. Change, but a simmering summer. Change in which children play till they tire. And grown folk sit till they grow edgy. Or neighborhood dogs bite those not from your neighborhood. And someone with some sense says down, boy. Or you hope someone has.
Grinning hideously over their canted pieces. Towering over them all is
the gorilla.
Never sleeps. He says that he will never die. He dances in light and in shadow, and he is a great favorite. He is dancing, dancing. He says that he will never die.
Tracer, no! Now that's some applied science. I, appear to have lost control. Barrier activated. Have you, seen my glasses? I should have dropped a shield for those nice kids. Did someone say peanut butter? Playtime's over. That's one small step. That's one small step for me. We've got the right stuff. Out of the lab, onto the battlefield. Now you are the endangered species. Fundamental. I've, rearranged your molecules for you. It's only physics. Every structure has its weak point. I calculate our percentage of survival at 32.33. Repeating, of course. By my calculations, oh, forget it. Let's move. We're doing great, team. I calculate our victory is imminent. One giant leap for Overwatch. Pardon me. I seem to have lost my temper. Pardon me. This will protect us. Coming through. Where were we? How embarrassing.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99.
Kill John Lennon! Kill John Lennon! Kill John Lennon! Kill John Lennon! Hey, Dad, where does John Lennon live?
John Lennon's dead, Butters.
Ah, dang it.
Start with a spark in the dark in the park. Bark at the moon, leave a mark like a shark. Logan Sparks Production. Lark in the trees, catching breeze with ease. Sneeze in the freeze, hear the creak of the knees. Cheese on a plate, never late for a date. Wait by the gate as we contemplate fate. Mate with a grin, full of sin and a spin. Win with a pin, raise a chin, let's begin. Skin like silk, pour the milk as it spills. Thrills on the hills, chase the chills, dodge the bills. Skills on display, every day we slay. Play in the gray, never stray, never sway. Lay by the bay with a tray and array. Pray while you stay, hope the pain fades away. Say what you mean, keep it clean, keep it keen. Sing with a dream of a bloom so serene. Green in the field, never yield, always shield. Healed by the tree when the wounds are revealed. Sealed in a book, take a look, be sure. Cook in a nook with a hook from a cook. Rook on a board, sword of a lord. Chords never bored, all the notes we afford. Stored in the vault, halt, consult. Exalt the result with a jolt of revolt. Colt in the wild, running free like a child. Styled and compiled, every mile reconciled. tiled on the floor with the lore from the shore. More than before, now the lore starts to pour. Pour of the line, out of time, out of line. Shine like a sign in a shrine made divine. Climb every vine, sip the wine from design. Mine every line, till the spine realigns.
Whoa! Billy, this guy in this book here, he's really getting the business. Yikes! Okay, I'm sorry. What happened at school today?
You're kind of a dick, Dad.
I wonder if there's anyone in here whose dad is a bigger dick. Wow, crazy!
Your mom, shit lips.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Yellow, black. Yellow, black. Yellow, black. Yellow, black. Ooh, black and yellow. Let's shake it up a little. Berry. Breakfast is ready. Blooming. Hang on a second. Hello. Barry. Adam. Oh, you believe this is happening? I can't. I'll pick you up. Looking sharp. Use the stairs. Your father paid good money for those. Sorry. I'm excited. Here's the graduate. We're very proud of you, son. A perfect report card, all B's. Very proud. Mom. I got a thing going here. You got lint on your fuzz. Ow. That's me. Wave to us. We'll be in row 118,000. Bye. Barry, I told you, stop flying in the house. Hey, Adam. Hey, Barry. Is that fuzz gel? A little. Special day, graduation. Never thought I'd make it. 3 days grade school, 3 days high school. Those were awkward. 3 days college. I'm glad I took a day and hitchhiked around the hive. You did come back different. Hi, Barry. Artie, growing a mustache. Looks good. Hear about Frankie.
Hunting them down! Nuvangada!
Bring in the rain! Tear it down!
Welcome to orbit! Locking satellite vector!
Plotting out the dig site! Excavation initiation!
We got him where we want him! Sensei Koikiki!
Face the sunrise! EMP Luke Simon!
Life protects life! ชีวิตปกป้องชีวิต
Rip them to pieces! Suffer as I have!
Let the Kitsune guide you! Kitsune no kagizume o tokihanate! Let's take him to the wasteland! Time for the reckoning!
There was a time around 2 years ago when I played this game for hours every day.
This ends
I thought it was
now.
the best shooter game around.
Duplication
However, the more I played, the more I noticed its
Adaptive
flaws.
circuits engaged.
After a while, the deplorable matchmaking, lack of updates, and downright cancerous community led me to the conclusion that it was the worst game I'd ever played. For 2 years I held nothing but searing hatred for Overwatch 2. Eventually, my friends suggested that we give it another chance. I heard them talking about how it was actually pretty fun. Obviously, I was appalled. The idea of returning to that war zone, that cesspool filled with people who belong in the unending torment of the deepest, darkest pits of hell. But I caved.
To my will.
Downloading it on Steam felt like talking to an old friend who became my worst enemy after breaking my kneecaps with a dictionary.
Meteor strike!
And how was it? It was fun.
Your fate.
It didn't seem right. I hated this game. There was no possible way that this steaming pile of human heartsuit marinated in pure hatred, which was then topped with broken dreams, brought me even the ghost of a memory of a shadow of fun. However, as inconceivable as it was, playing this with friends was actually fun. This game shines in 2 scenarios: when you're doing stupid heartsuit with your friends, and when you and your friends get blessed a genuinely competitive match. Notice how both include the word friends.
Activating self-destruct
That's because
sequence.
playing Overwatch 2 by yourself feels like being trapped in a boiling pool of acid with 10,000 rabid rats.
Start your engines.
A cacophonous, torturous experience made all the more excruciating by the terrible company. Even when you play with friends, it can still be a boiling pile of acid, only with some of the rats replaced with your buddies. For example, when your team of 4 Qs has 2 supports and 2 damages, leaving you with no other option than to rely on whichever random person decided to solo Q tank.
I've got you in my sights.
This is how it goes. I load into the match to see a Reinhardt named Suspicious Boot 16245 or whatnot. As our team is just about to reach the point, Rain sees the entire enemy team 500 miles away and decides to charge into them at full speed. I watch in horror as our Mercy, wanting to preserve the life of this inbred cockroach fetus, follows him into the crowd of adversaries. Mercy was vaporized by a roadhog and a sojourn after he dragged her into the mosh pit. Reinhardt was littered with bullets by Bastion as he charged towards him like a moth to a flame. When he reaches the crowd, he decides that, instead of raising his shield to protect himself long enough for us to help him, that he should mindlessly flail his hammer around as if he were 15 beers deep and just found it on the side of the road. His body was jerked around by the bullets like a swing in a hurricane. And even as their guns fill his organs with lead and blood, he refuses to use any sort of survival instinct.
For the Crusaders!
He was dead before he hit the ground. 470...
Rocket barrage incoming! Justice reigns from above!
No one can hide from my sight. Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Clearing the area. Die, die, die.
Bombs ticking. A perfect stick. Catch. Direct hit. Here goes nothing. Enjoy the detonation. Present for ya. Looks good on you. Special delivery. Right on the money. Thought of you. Spot on. Time to drop the bomb.